So
A lot of people don't have Facebook, especially my older people.
that's kind of an issue.
Comments will appear here.
Well, then how did they hear about the 6 week challenge?
You guys are on air right now. And if you want to pull it up there, you can.
We're on air.
We're on the air live now.
You're on. Comments will appear here. You're live right now, but I don't
Alright.
see it.
Hello, Facebook.
Hello, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome.
Man.
Trishan, talk, chat,
Oh, yeah, it
chat.
is live right now.
Cool.
Is anybody out there watching? That's what.
Anyone out there in TV land?
Hello.
Watching now.
Watching now? Somebody's watching?
Just you. Not us.
Yeah, well, so,
It's just me.
yeah, wait, it looks like it's just me.
We should all log on. There's four of us.
Right.
Hey, let's have a little talk with ourselves.
Dude, let's do it.
Yeah. All right. We'll give it 1 minute while it builds up. Before we build up audience.
Alright, we got 2 members.
This is look. It's got. We have to start somewhere with this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Look at that.
Oh, there we are!
I need my other side, though. My
Good
good side.
side. Is your right side your good side?
I don't have a good side.
Mine's my front.
Mine's when I'm not in the room.
Leah's watching. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah.
See, so you're Annie. You're doing what you said.
Oh, no! Okay, you talk to the people. You talk to the people.
Right on. We'll give it a. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We're gonna get started here in about a minute.
Okay, there you are.
How we look?
You look good.
Hey guys. No sound.
Oh, sorry.
That will not be good.
Every
Let me
question
turn the
echoes.
volume.
What about promotion? No. We'll get back to that soon. Make sure your label doesn't fix for it.
Alright, I
That'll
should
be
be able to
work.
see
It's gonna be
it.
like 40-minute time cap. They finish in 6 minutes.
Is it 6?
Or
Yeah.
7 or something ridiculous.
Well, so everybody.
Alright, so Leah.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple people on right now.
So,
Good. All right. Welcome. I'm in the background. You can't see me. Craig Howard here, and I have 3 awesome coaches with us today, who you guys all recognize, I'm sure. Maybe not Ann on the far right, and that's Anna Mooney. She is our nutrition coach here at Diablo, and she has spent a lot of time working on this stuff. As a matter of fact, she has most of the food logs for the 6-week transformation, so she's going to be looking at those and offering up comments on those. And then we have Travis, gymnast extraordinaire and also nutrition expert, and he's also practiced this stuff on himself, which is kind of cool. And then Jordan is our first real kind of paleo guy. He brought it to Diablo. He made a huge transformation in his own life. And I remember when you were the first guy to post pictures of your before and after, and everybody in the gym was like, "Oh shit,
That works.
I guess we can do that too."
Yeah, it's about 50 pounds I lost there.
Yeah.
Over
So
a year and a half.
so you have 3 people that know and understand. They know and understand paleo, but they know and understand macros. They know and understand zone. They know and understand most of the nutrition systems that are out there. But most importantly, they know and understand what nutrition is going to achieve the results that most of our members want, which is improved performance plus looking better. And not necessarily in those orders. Most people just want to look better, and that's why they're here. I mean, it's let's be honest. One of the first T-shirts that I remember in CrossFit that I thought was a great saying, it was, remember the T-shirt, "Look better naked." It was, the CrossFit name, Diablo CrossFit, and on the back said, "Look better naked." And that's, and really, kind of, it's one thing that we're all after.
Yeah, when I went to the games, I was like, holy cow, what are these people eating? Like, everyone was ripped.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many fit people in one place before. That's how I knew, like, okay, they got something special. There's some secret sauce going on here.
That's great. Exactly. So, and Greg Glassman, the founder of CrossFit, kept it simple with eat meat, vegetables, nuts, seeds, berries, and drink water, play sports, and fairly simple. And that really, in a sense, is the zone diet. But we wanted to go over. This is the first one, hopefully of many, and hopefully this will be replayed a lot. But I'm hopeful that we can talk about some subjects that I think are relevant to our folks that are in the 6-week transformation now. and our members too. We'll probably get this rebroadcast to the rest of our members. But let's talk about a couple of subjects that Travis and Anna came up with, and see what I want to get your guys' thought on. Let's start with the hydration side of things, because I think that's most important. We tell everybody drink water, drink water, drink water. What is that? If you guys think, when I say drink water, what does that mean to you? Is it for the workout? Is it for the nutrition stuff? Is it for helping you lose weight? How does water help, and how much should I be drinking? And how much should they be drinking in the 6-week transformation class?
Go ahead.
Oh, jeez.
Kick
That's
it
a
off.
lot. So the way that I look at hydration, I think the best thing that you can do for hydration is keep it really simple, like most things. Stick to water, stick to clean hydration, stick to coconut water. You don't need to do the high sugary,
Not the chocolate coconut water.
the
the
regular
regular
coconut water. We were just joined by Coach Carrie extraordinaire. Carrie.
Carrie's in the group.
You're in screen.
So I say you keep it as clean
Here,
as possible.
you can sit on the end right here.
Sit on here? Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll get you a chair. Yeah.
This will fit you.
I know, right? That'll be about right.
You're joining us. You should see.
Cool.
Sorry for the
Yeah.
late entry.
So keep it clean. Staying hydrated is just super important for life. Even if you're not working out, you need to be hydrated to stay healthy, to be satiated. I say my suggestion is to buy yourself the water bottle. Spend the money on the water bottle that you think that you will use. We have a couple great. Look at these
Dude,
guys.
this
See?
thing is awesome. Hydro flask, it keeps your water cold
Yeah.
for days.
And you're more
Days.
likely
Days
to
in a hot
use
car.
it if you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth
And
it
a
to
bright
buy it.
color will remind you, oh, drink me.
Drink me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Drink.
How much? And so if someone's working out, and so you hear
Yeah.
the 8 glasses a
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
is it 8 glasses a day?
You know, that's honestly, that is what's out there. If you Google how much water should I drink, that's what you will have.
Right.
8 glasses of water, 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water a day. So
Right.
64 ounces a day. But it all depends. I mean, that's for your average person. Your person in here doing CrossFit is very different than your person sitting on the couch all day. So you do need some extra hydration. And then it's also, if you had a really good hard workout, you get those extra electrolytes, that you get a little more potassium. So then you might need to upgrade to maybe a supplement, a clean supplement after you work out.
Leah asked a question. She said someone told her that to drink half the size of her weight in ounces. So,
That's not bad.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
200,
actually-
100 ounces.
I've heard that
Yeah,
as
about
a
that.
general rule.
Yeah, that works.
It's good stuff.
Okay. How much are you drinking a day, Jordan?
I like 3 of these.
3 of those. And those are what? How much?
40.
So
40.
40.
It's about 120 ounces
That's
a day.
a lot.
Yeah, so that's about, no, but that's
Yeah.
about half,
But I mean,
right?
it makes me, it just it flushes all the toxins out, and,
Right.
it keeps your joints, limber and loose. And
What about for hunger, satiation, hunger, those things? Is water going to help? Are you going to be
Yeah.
less hungry if
a
you're
lot of
drinking lots
times
of
you
water?
think you're hungry and you're thirsty.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
slam some water and you're like, I'm not hungry. I was thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you start feeling
And
the
there
effects
it
of that
is.
dehydration, and that kind of mimics the effects of low blood sugar. I mean, so then you think, I need to eat something.
okay.
When really, have a big glass of water, give yourself a minute, and then see how you still
Yeah, like
hungry.
before your meal, and you won't stuff your face after the
Yeah.
meal, or after the meal, drink a big glass of water, and you're like, no, I don't need a second serving, or I don't need dessert. Like that's what I needed.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what about water substitutes? So first of all, the first one that jumps to mind is mineral water. The second one's coconut water. Are those things effective? Are they essentially the same as water? So can I drink 8 ounces of coconut water and then 8 ounces of regular water? Or does it have to be water only?
Mostly water. Coconut water is pretty high in sugar, even though it's healthy stuff. I mean, that'd be like a post-workout, dealio.
Right.
But you wouldn't be drinking it more than once a day, and
Awesome.
probably wouldn't be doing it every day.
Yeah.
Maybe when you feel like you need it, have a couple, things in the fridge.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be like a everyday thing.
I think
Okay.
that's the most important. All beverages count towards that hydration level, but then you have to take into account their sugar, all the other stuff that comes with them, and I think that's really kind of the most important thing is the sugar content.
Yeah.
And
And
tracking it right.
water definitely gets boring. So like I have these like essential oils, and then like grapefruit, lemon, orange, and I put a couple drops in that, and that totally changes it up.
Have you guys seen what is it, the Mia, the additive? Mayo.
Some tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little electrolyte.
Yes, no. And then the other one, at the Whole Foods store, they were talking to us about, what were those, the Noon tablets with the,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
right. Yes,
If you're a heavy
no.
exerciser, because
Yeah.
that's replacing
Yeah.
your electrolytes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
But if
Okay.
you're just drinking it, if it's just to make your water taste better, you don't need that. Use like an essential oil. Use real fruit. Put in some
Yeah,
lemon.
squeeze a lemon in there, squeeze an orange in there, squeeze a lime,
Cucumber's
cucumber.
brilliant.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do strawberries, they do raspberries, you do all sorts of stuff.
Water tastes good by itself, man. I love water.
No, we had
Water's the best.
we had one of our guys in the 6-week transformation said, when we went around the first night, we talked about hydration, and he said, I can't drink water. He goes, so should I drink juice? What should I drink? And I've heard that before. No, my mother is one that said I can't drink water. I'm like, okay, how does that, like...
Is she already there?
Yeah.
So-
but there are some people that, like, that...
Well, there is a medical
because they never
thing about
drink
it.
water.
So there's I don't know the exact disease, but my wife's grandfather has it. Is if he drinks water, it'll go into his lungs. So he drinks this slurry liquid. It's very thick, so it goes into more of his esophagus and stuff like that while he drinks it. But if he drinks water or any liquid that's really thin,
Is it like the membranes probably?
yeah, it's really thin, it'll go straight into his lungs and
Interesting.
he'll drown. So unless you have a medical reason not to drink water, you're just being a baby and you can drink water. And you should just get over it. I mean, honestly,
Right.
water is your life. It'll save you.
Yeah.
Without it,
Yeah, what are we, 60% water, 70,
More than
something
so,
like that?
yeah, it's just, okay,
You want water.
drink water if you want to live and have a healthy life. If not, then what's the point of anything? It's going to start with hydration.
All right. What about the last kind of topic on this one? What about there's a ton of sports drinks out there? Gatorade, Powerade, all of those drinks. Where should those be? Should we have those? Not have those?
I'll
Trash.
stay at the grocery shelf.
Not
Okay.
necessary.
Sugar.
So much crap in those things.
Marketing. It's marketing to sell drinks.
Okay.
Sparkling water though is a nice change of pace. You know, little bubbles makes you feel like you're having a beer or a soda, and there's nothing
Yeah.
bad in
Seltzer
there
water is a great
except some
substitute.
carbonation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're out drinking with friends, you know, like I'm not drinking, but I'll have a club soda and lime, and everyone thinks I'm drinking,
Yes.
and I don't feel like a loser, and I'm not the outcast, and I'm drinking, but it's just water and lime. And it's
Right.
a lot of people are like, what do I do when I have to go to business meetings? I have to go to lunches. Everyone's drinking. It's like, well, you don't have to drink, but you can
Right.
look like you're drinking.
It's social.
Club soda and lime,
It's
yeah.
all social.
It
Totally.
absolutely
Yeah.
is social. But and on that topic though, same thing if you're trying to wean yourself off soda.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You need the bubbles, you
Seltzer
need
water
something
is
else.
It's a great
Yeah.
transition.
Yes,
Yeah,
very good
absolutely.
transition.
Club soda has a little bit more sodium, I think, than seltzer
And
water.
plain
Yeah.
seltzer water is
So
just
seltzer's a little bit
carbonated
better
water.
option, yeah.
So yeah, but
Club soda has a little sodium in there, and I think mineral water.
and you can
Yeah.
taste the
You could.
difference
Yeah.
Yeah, you could overdo it with the club soda
with the
and
club
the
soda.
mineral water.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a huge fan of seltzer water. Safeway has like a 48 pack. and
Yeah.
That's definitely in my closet.
Okay.
Overdosing on it.
They don't. They don't. They don't.
That's
They don't fit.
Well, what's interesting is like if you hunt, you can find that stuff reasonably priced
Yeah.
too. It's not you're not spending extra
No,
money.
it's like 40 cents a can. It's
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's move on to another subject. Another fun subject is meal prep, which I know very little about. But you guys know a lot about. Jordan's done meal prep. Let's talk about so what's the if I'm in the 6-week transformation for the first time and people are talking about meal prep, I'm overwhelmed. This is crazy. I'm not going to prep my meals a week in advance. What's the simplest approach to meal prep that that our folks can kind of grow into the full blown geeking out Tupperware syndrome?
I think it just starts with thinking about tomorrow's meal. Okay, dinner is tomorrow's lunch almost always for me. I
Okay.
never cook just one meal.
Cook
It's
once,
always
eat
this
twice.
meal,
Yeah.
and then I got leftovers. Sometimes I got 2 or 3 leftovers. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over.
Me either.
I know it's good stuff. I know I need it. I'd rather have it and eat the same thing than worry about what to eat tomorrow or what do I eat for lunch. Just having it in the fridge, you're like, all right, I can always go back home and eat that or take it with me to work.
Yeah.
Super important. So it's never 2 chicken breasts, it's 4 or 6 chicken breasts.
Yeah.
Instead of 1 pork loin, it's 2 or 3 pork loins, and that's lunch and then maybe another snack. So just thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Instead of like, okay, what am I gonna have right now? It's like, what am I gonna have tomorrow morning? What am I gonna have tomorrow for lunch? And start planning ahead that way.
And also just be realistic. Like think about what is your most challenging meal. What is the hardest for you to prepare, to do healthy, to shop for? What is your most challenging one? And then just start there.
I feel like that's lunch because everyone's at work
yes,
and no one wants to
lunch is a big
pack
one.
their lunch,
Yeah.
and people just want to go grab something near their work or grab something downstairs at the cafe. And
Right.
it's
I think
usually a
that's a
sandwich.
perfect opportunity for what you're saying for when you're packing your leftovers at night. Pack that lunch.
Yeah.
Have that ready. Proper planning.
It's so nice, grab and go. Like I remember that from my CrossFit level when like you need to have food. If it's not in the fridge, you're not going to eat it. If it's in the fridge, you're probably going to eat it. You're not going to let it go to waste. So if you know that there's food there, boom, you can always know that you have a good meal waiting for you.
Right on.
Yeah.
Is there anything in terms of storage? Like if someone wants to go out and buy something to help with this process, what should they go out and buy to start this process?
I love from Amazon. I just love those. They really look like little lunch boxes, but they're perfect. There's like 3 compartments, and there's 8 per package, and they're
nice.
like $10. And
Tupperware?
it's like
Oh, nice.
it's Tupperware, but it's a great portion size
Yeah,
too,
that's
because you
great.
can't overfill on that. And
You're not going to pack 3 of them.
No, right? Right? So, and it keeps it, I like it because there's 3, so that makes me think of my protein, my carbohydrate, my fat.
Nice.
So that, kind of reminds me to always get a little bit of that for each meal too. So it seems to be something that's helped for me.
Yeah.
And going to Costco and just getting bulk stuff. Like, we're creatures of habit. We tend to eat the same thing over and over as much as we
Yeah, we do.
don't like
We
to
like
admit it. It's like, why not get, a big amount of it and then just throw it in the freezer and, thaw it the night before when you need it the next day. So smart.
I've been doing-
love Costco.
Costco has you can get the whole chicken, like whole organic chickens,
Yeah.
2 in a pack, and they're so reasonably priced. So it's like you were
And
saying,
that's good quality.
make 2. It's
well,
good.
fairly good quality.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not
it's
pastured, but
yeah.
it's up there.
But you make 2 of those at a time.
You eat
and-
one, and then you have all
yeah,
that
and
for
then
leftovers.
right.
Yeah.
You
So
save
we
for
do.
the rest of the week. So just little things like that. Start small. Snacks. Be on top of your snacks. That's another one that I think people get really a little freaked out about when they are not prepared and suddenly they're really hungry. And so then they're tempted to get something fast or go through a drive-through.
Yeah, you make bad decisions when you're starving.
Yeah, so
just
always
don't
have
get
something.
to that point. Yeah.
Don't get to that point. Have your
And
hard-boiled
you're like,
eggs.
I don't
have
care,
nuts,
pizza,
seeds.
fine, I'll do it.
With some sort of since we're there, what are good like emergency foods that you guys have?
So I love taking like a little Tupperware with carrots or little baby carrots, bell pepper strips, cherry or grape tomatoes, like raw veggies you can take with you. And then like a little Tupperware of salsa or a small guac packet, also from Costco. It's like 100 calories. It's 9 grams of fat. It's perfect little size.
Great.
Sometimes hummus if it doesn't have too many awful ingredients in there.
Hard-boiled eggs, I love.
Eggs.
Yeah,
For
also
sure.
from Costco.
I love
Yeah.
They're already pre-shelled
Mhm.
because I hate peeling them. I never get it.
And it's just convenient. It's right there.
Yeah.
You can take it with you.
When Trader Joe's has the nut packets in, you can get them in
Oh, yeah, the
perfect
individual.
portion size. Because we tend to overdo it with nuts, so you just
Totally.
grab
I just did
handfuls
that
and
this
handfuls.
You
Yeah,
do
it's
like
easy
10
to do.
servings and like, oh, I'm kind of
Right,
full now, but
exactly.
it's like 10 servings.
And theirs comes in an individual, just a great portion size. So easy to take
What's the
to.
issue with too much nuts?
High in
Very
calories,
calories.
and high in
Yeah.
omega-6 fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
And
tend to
high in
just
I
overdo it.
know.
We got a big jar of macadamia nuts on the countertop, man, and I'm just
Just going to town on it.
yeah.
And when they're salted, you eat them more too.
Yeah.
Like,
So
get them
avoid
salted.
so there you go right there. That's
Yeah.
avoid the salted nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try to get the raw or the unsalted.
And then for like prepping food, easy crock pot recipe.
Dude, crock
Do
pot,
crock pot,
lifesaver.
set it, leave
Really?
it,
It couldn't be easier.
and then once it's done, you can
That's
put
what I
it
do
away
for
whenever you
my
want it.
family for sure.
Yeah.
The nights that I'm here, I'll set chicken on the crock pot, they shred it, and they can just have a shredded
That's
chicken.
great.
Yeah.
So,
I need to give a little plug though. I just got the Instant Pot.
Oh yeah.
I heard about the
really
Instant
want
Pot.
We could chat on that
Have you
later.
used it?
Oh yeah.
You gotta tell me because I've been waiting to
You'll
pull that
replace,
trigger.
you'll replace your crock pot.
It's
It's like a crock pot on
it's
steroids.
What is
No.
so? What is
Okay, so
the
the
Instant
Instant
Pot?
Pot is like the new.
Pot?
An Instant Pot is a mix between. It's a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's
Hashtag
an updated
Instant
pressure
Pot.
cooker.
Hashtag Instant Pot.
But it cooks your food like a slow cooker, like a crock pot, if that's what you're used to. But it doesn't have the time.
It's a fast cooker.
Well,
It's
no,
a fast cooker, but
it's a pressure
it's
cooker.
a pressure cooker. It is
Oh,
a pressure
okay.
but you can
Okay.
also use it as a
Yeah, they have different modes, right, on it? Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Right.
you can use it. It's
Yes.
really versatile.
very.
And I heard you could do frozen food in there.
Oh gosh, you can do.
Yeah,
You
so
can make-
like when
I
you
heard you
forget
can
to
make
when you
yogurt
forget
in
to
it.
Oh,
1 a.m.
that's
Yogurt.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been
Hashtag
waiting,
Instant
so
Pot.
She wants the instant
Oh
pot.
my god.
Right.
I guess
Yeah, you need to
carnitas.
start. You need to start Instagramming some stuff that you're making.
I know.
So-
I did.
You did. I haven't
So
seen it.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Everybody's a fan.
Yeah.
Barbecue and crock pot.
Barbecue Instant Pot.
Yeah.
Barbecue and stuff. Yeah, Mexican beef. The Nom Nom Paleo. You guys follow her?
Yeah.
Michelle. Yeah, she great. Those are the only recipes I've used. But it's a Mexican beef.
All right, Tracy.
Yeah, I did a really good what was it? Beef roast with carrots, tomatoes, bell peppers, and I made this like stew thing, and I put it over roasted broccoli and cauliflower, and it was like one of the best meals I've ever had. And you know, literally put it in there,
Yeah.
push the button, and you made an awesome meal. Like
And
no
share.
And if
experience
you put it in
necessary.
an Instapot, you can make it in like an hour.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Really?
That's actually kind of nice.
Oh,
That's the
It's really
advantage
fun.
to it.
Yeah, when you don't have all
It's a fun new
day.
toy.
I know.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
crock pot lifesaver.
Right on.
Yeah, I do shredded carrots in there, mushrooms, onions, chicken broth, cauliflower rice. You can use so many
The
things.
same thing. You make
can't
always
mess it up.
make extra,
Oh,
Yeah.
Make
so you can have it the
massive
next
amounts,
day.
Yeah, 2 pounds will give
Never
you like
stress.
5-6 meals
Yeah.
or more.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what about eating out? Like, okay, so there's let's well the last thing. Don't let me forget. We'll end with kind of what's the list of your favorite places. But let's just first talk about ordering. Like when you guys go out and eat, what do you order when you go out to eat? How should people start thinking about ordering when they go to restaurants?
Well, I always do not be afraid to substitute.
For sure.
So when you go to a restaurant, don't be afraid to say like, hey, instead of the ricey potatoes, can I have extra veggies?
They always do that.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
paying
Also,
for their food.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Ask
you
what
get
you're
what you
afraid.
want.
Yeah. And then ask what stuff is cooked in.
Yeah.
What
oil?
Yeah, what do they put on
How
top
many
of that?
ounces?
Because it may look great on the menu.
Yeah.
So let's
but-
talk about that. So what it's cooked in? What should it not be cooked in? What should it be cooked in?
I mean,
Hard when you're-
obviously you have to kind of make trade-offs because it's not your home, so you can't cook it in avocado oil or coconut or
Right.
something
know that.
super wholesome, right? But I
Right.
mean, you want to look for the best choice possible.
You can always have
when
them
it's
cook
there,
it dry.
right? Yeah,
No,
Right.
absolutely.
no
They can
butter.
steam,
They'll always do that.
right?
So what do they want to
Veggies.
avoid?
Seed oils,
yeah,
sunflower
like
oil,
canola
canola
oil,
oil.
yeah.
Okay.
Things that are high in those omega-6s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safflower oil.
All right.
That's no good.
And then so going down the menu, what are the food choices people should be making that can so they're not a social outcast, but you know they can still have a great time at dinner and have a good meal.
Well, if you're gonna go get for a burger, just get it without the bun. Put
Okay.
more lettuce. They'll wrap it in lettuce. Most restaurants will definitely do that.
You can look for like whole chicken choices, like a roast chicken breast, or
Yeah.
like sometimes I know restaurants will do like half a chicken where they do the leg and the breast together, and it's usually roasted, usually like rosemary with olive oil, and things like that where I mean, chicken is a fairly clean choice as far as like fats. Obviously, can't tell how it was raised, but I mean, those, you have to really kind of seek the best that's on the menu at that particular place that you're at, right? Because it's
The best choice given the options that you have.
Exactly.
And so sometimes you may not have great options.
Yeah.
So you just kind of do the best that you can.
for sure.
Salads. Every salad's okay.
No.
Not at all.
No.
No. You can have like 1,000-calorie salad.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
Easily, you can
Right.
easily
stay away
mess
from
that
like the
up.
heavy dressing salads.
Yeah,
Stuff
there's
that's gonna
cheese, croutons, wonton strips. There's so
Fried
much stuff
chicken
they
salad.
fried chicken.
fried chicken, ranch.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
definitely get it
All those
dry. You need
creamies.
oil.
Oh,
and
you can always get dressing on the
balsamic.
side. Yeah, balsamic
Right.
vinaigrette, oil and vinegar.
And then
Most
also-
restaurants have.
You know, you can ask for, whenever I get a salad, I usually substitute spinach as far as,
Nice.
instead of just the iceberg.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
has a little bit more nutrients than
Yeah.
the iceberg, so
You can get extra
almost,
avocado,
Yeah.
if like like you're not, or you can get double the protein, double the chicken on there
Yeah.
to fill
Nice,
you
that's
up more.
And I would always suggest dressing on the side, always, because they're always going to pack way more
Loaded on there.
than is needed for a salad, so you're getting too many calories. But if you put it on the side, you can put as much as you want.
even
for
if it is a
everybody.
healthier
Yeah.
option as far as the dressing, you still should get it on the side.
Yeah, because it's oil.
Yeah.
Two of the favorite foods that people eat around the Bay Area in California: burgers and Mexican. How do we right,
Love them,
right?
yeah.
Now, how do we eat Mexican food?
So
Yes.
at a restaurant like El Tapatio or that place in Concord, like
El Molino.
yeah, El Molino. So I just went there the other day, and you can get just meat, and then they
Right.
have like a little cabbage dish with jalapenos, and then a little bit of like black beans if they have it, you know,
Right.
for some good fiber. But you don't need rice, you don't need tortillas, you don't need cheese or sour cream.
Right.
Guac is good stuff in moderation.
Right.
And it's High Tech Burritos, another
Yeah.
place. They do a veggie bowl,
Yeah.
and you add meat to that.
Bowls are
And they have
essential,
broccoli,
yeah.
they have squash, they have like real veggies, not just onions and peppers.
Most places
Right.
are doing bowls now.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
an option.
And if not, fajitas,
I was
just
gonna
say
say
as
fajitas.
with no
That's my
tortillas.
go-to is fajitas because you
So
can
good.
you get all of the ingredients and
Yeah.
then you get to choose.
Mhm.
Almost
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
salad, you get to choose what you put on it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Most salsas okay.
Yeah,
Salsa's
for the most
fine.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on.
And then as far as burgers, I think you were discussing.
Yeah,
Right?
lettuce
Travis
wrap.
hit
Yeah.
on that. Just lettuce wrap, right?
And you can
Lettuce
get
wrap.
no cheese, no mayo.
Absolutely.
You could get sautéed mushrooms on there. You could get mustard. I do mustard instead of mayonnaise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all good options.
Even ketchup, be lighter on the ketchup
Yeah.
because it's
It's
high
got a lot of
sodium
sugar
and
in it.
sugar.
Yeah, corn syrup, then ketchup too. Yeah, I'm off.
Mustard's usually good.
We talked about that.
Tabasco.
Tabasco.
Yeah,
There's some
Ketchup
paleo
or
ketchup
Tabasco.
recipes that are
There
out
are.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are not good.
Yeah.
Some of them are good.
I miss it.
But you know what?
It's
One
everything.
thing though I want to say is kind of
You'll appreciate it more
the
now.
social part of that, of the going out, because I think a lot of people have a hard time. Like if you're going out with friends, kind of like the drinking.
Yeah.
But for some reason, food makes people feel really bad. So like you order yours, like oh, dressing on the
I
side,
don't
or
want to be
getting
I don't want to be a hassle. I don't
yeah,
wanna
exactly. Or
order
your friends
special.
start going like, oh, you're making me feel bad for eating this,
Yeah.
And
and
you're making yourself feel bad.
exactly. Like, so
Yeah.
don't give into that pressure, or just say
Yeah,
something like
absolutely.
keep it really light, like oh, I'm just trying, you know, experimenting. You know,
Right.
don't make it a
Absolutely.
subject because once it becomes
Yeah.
a topic of conversation, it's very hard
Yeah.
to stay strong, and you don't want to make people feel bad. That's not what you're intending to do, but just keep it light. Keep it light and move on. Don't let it get you down.
What are your guys' go-to places that you go to for fast, quick, healthy food that just keeps you straight on the straight and narrow?
Urban plates that just opened.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
plates.
good.
That
They
one's
have
good.
meat and veggies. They have cold dishes, hot dishes. They have. I go tender greens in Walnut Creek, and Cobb salad is like a standard. When they don't have it, when they don't know what to get, it's Cobb salad.
For sure.
It's eggs, it's chicken, it's lettuce, it's good stuff.
Chipotle.
I'm always
Oh my
Cobb
God,
salad.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
I like Chipotle a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
for real, like that's fast.
Super quick. You couldn't get quicker
Really,
meal.
yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I consider it fast food, but if you're getting
Yeah.
right, so like on nights when we're just busy, it's a Chipotle bowl,
Yeah.
and that's
Whole Foods has the burrito bar, by the way.
Yeah,
and it's,
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah.
salad
and it's
bar.
good. Yeah.
Huge salad bar. You can get like every veggie imaginable. And they have hot food. They have like paleo pineapple pulled pork.
Yeah.
They have brisket. They have really good stuff over at Whole Foods.
Any other places? Yala.
Yeah, y'all.
where is
They
that?
have carrots. They have
In
beets.
Pleasant Hill.
They have like actual food there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have
Mediterranean.
chicken. They have steak.
It's all
they have-
Mediterranean, so
They have
it's,
wild salmon, I think,
yeah.
over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really high quality. Yeah,
I'm still
Mooyah.
go out.
Mediterranean.
That
Yeah.
Like, where are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah, Mooyah, Habit, In-N-Out, like all those burger places, you
They
can
all
get
do
a
lettuce
decent
wrap.
lettuce wrap burger.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mouyas,
Yeah.
I love their lettuce wrap one.
Yeah, that's good.
What other places?
Any places you guys? Any other places you guys go
Out a
to?
lot.
That's for fun. Sideboard. I love sideboard.
Ooh, yeah, just in Lafayette.
I prep so I don't go out.
Oh,
No, see.
Oh,
Sorry, I'd like to eat out.
Rome Burger too.
Oh,
yeah.
Rome
Yeah,
burger.
I see Sandra Picelli, world's top athlete at Rome.
Yeah.
You can go to
and they have kombucha
Oh,
on tap
Do it.
too.
Do it today.
And their
Yes.
salads
They're-
are like
I
giant
love-
pyramids of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
they
could
have
get
the,
super full at Rome
I mean,
Burger.
obviously it's not that healthy, but it's zucchini, like the fried zucchini.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's very
And they have bison burgers over there at Rome Burger.
Yummy.
That's good stuff. They have gluten-free buns, which is a
Do they?
somewhat better
At Rome?
option. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, a lot of places have gluten-free
Then you're
buns
looking at
now.
like a $22.
Which is,
Right.
it's still
Yeah,
carbs,
that's
still
but
carbs.
it's a
Still, it's
slightly
better than
better
right.
option.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The last time we've been talking to folks this week, the last 2 weeks, about avoiding sugars, and then of course we want people to eat a little bit more fat than they probably were used to, because the government has told us for years that fat was bad and sugar was okay, and now we're finding out the opposite. Let's talk about the sugar thing. Where are we going to find sugars in our diet today
Everywhere.
that people wouldn't think that they would find it? You guys, any thoughts on that? Like
Milk.
Salad dressing,
milk.
dried
Milk.
fruit.
Pasta sauce.
you know,
What about
sauce.
milk? Is dairy okay or dairy not okay?
Dairy's okay as long as it's like
Olive,
full.
right?
Yeah,
As long as
tolerate, and I think high quality. I mean,
High
everything
quality,
is
sure.
the
Raw
caveat
would
with
be
high
great.
quality.
Yeah.
like raw
If you
whole
can do-
milk.
If you can do raw.
If you do raw or just like
Grass-fed butter, the Kerry
Yeah.
Gold butter.
that stuff's
Costco.
awesome.
That's good stuff. Kerry Gold
Yeah.
cheese is from grass-fed cows. If
It's
you
something that I
need
have
to
right
eat
now.
cheese,
Really?
yeah,
Delicious.
huge block.
Oh my god.
It's
so
expensive, but
It's
yeah.
aged.
If you need cheese, like some people need to eat cheese.
Or
Right.
goat cheese.
You know, yeah, goat cheese.
Goat cheese.
Yeah,
I can't
I'd
quite
do that
give
on
it
some
up.
salads.
But I
Yeah.
think,
That's
to
good
your
stuff.
question, you're doing a whole 30
Yeah,
right now?
I'm 14. Yeah, whole 30.
Oh wow!
No sugar at all.
Right.
It's
I'm having a
funny.
little bit of fruit. I feel incredible. I feel like Superman right now.
And I think
Like,
that's
super
you
over.
know,
He looks like it too.
that's something that once you've kind of taken this little journey, that's something that you can experiment with.
Yes,
And you don't have to do
People
30 days of it. But
Right.
just try and go a week. And really what the main idea is that you're really looking at your foods and seeing, oh my gosh, there's sugar in here. We were discussing this the other day, is that I did a whole 30 2 years ago, and I was quite shocked at how much sugar was in everything. Ketchup, pasta sauce, like anything and everything, because our palate is so now accustomed to that sweet that they just add it everywhere. Just because we're
Like,
accustomed to
read
that flavor.
labels.
Yeah, read
People
labels.
don't know what's in their
Absolutely.
food. Like, I'm always, if it has a label, hopefully it doesn't because it's an apple or a
That you
know,
pull
a
real
piece of
fresh
food.
right?
It doesn't have a label,
Right.
but if you are using something that has a label, look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Not the nutrition fact. Look at the ingredients.
Yeah.
And you'll
If
see
it
some
says
weird
sugar,
stuff
say
on
it's
there.
sugar.
Sugar.
It
But
just says it right
There
there.
are some
Dextrose.
ingredients that are
Yeah.
fake sugar
Sugar.
alcohols
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that aren't, and we'll say zero sugar, and then you look at the ingredients and there's sugar alcohols in it.
And that's
And then they're
the thing
sneaking
too,
by.
is if you're looking at that ingredient list and you don't understand a
What
word,
it is.
you first of all, you
Put it
probably
back.
shouldn't eat it, right? But second of all, Google it, see what it is. You'd be quite surprised at what that actually is, and you probably don't want to eat it.
And there's a lot of fake sugar that they try to hide.
Yeah.
And maple syrup is sugar. Honey is sugar. Molasses is sugar. It's all the same
It
stuff.
might have
Right.
that health halo, but
It's
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 still
all
sugar.
sugar. Your
Yeah.
body doesn't know the difference. It's all sugar.
Yeah.
Corn syrup.
And so
All
sugar
the
gives you the
dextrose.
insulin rush. It
It's all bad.
makes you
It
feel
messes
tired.
with your brain.
Well, so you're
Right.
trying to avoid, and that's
It messes
exactly what
with
you're
your
trying to
brain.
avoid. You want your body to stay in that homeostasis, nice, even. It's the ups and downs that cause the problem.
Glucose,
Yeah.
the spikes in your blood sugar.
Right, and then you crave something, and then because we have food at our every whim, you eat it. It's right there. But that's really, if you think of it like, how do I avoid the ups and downs? You gotta avoid the sugar.
Yeah.
One thing that really helped me was like, what is one ingredient? Like, it's not a product. It's it's a strawberry. You know, it's an orange. It's one ingredient. It's not a paragraph of ingredients.
That's good.
Probably not a good idea. You know, ask yourself, what is this thing? Can I identify it in one word? You know, then it's probably good for you.
Well, and you probably notice this too. I notice when people, when they take out any of the added sugars in their diets or they cut back on their simple carbohydrates, you will start to notice the natural sugars in food that you're eating, your vegetables. Your palate changes. You'll notice it more in your fruit. You'll notice it in vegetables. You'll taste the sugar in a carrot. You know, it will taste sweeter to you when you eliminate the
Yeah, like I had strawberries this morning. I was like, oh yeah.
It's like a dessert.
There we go. I heard that if you stop sugars, you eat fruit. It's like
real, something that actually has sugar in it, from carbohydrates, a real source.
All right, bonus question. We got a little bit of time, and I wanted to go about 45 minutes, and we're about there. But just one bonus question, because when we start the paleo challenge, and I give the paleo plan out to everyone. Everyone reads it, and they're like, first question they ask me Monday morning. You guys get this question. I can't drink coffee. What? So now I drink coffee. Every morning. It kind of gets things going. What's your guys' take on coffee? Yes coffee, no coffee. Whole30? Are you drinking coffee on Whole30 or
I
not?
have a little bit. I coach at 5 a.m. I don't need it. It's kind of a habit. I have done days where I'm like, I actually don't need coffee today.
Right.
I think it's fine as long as you're not throwing a ton of creamer and
not
sugar in there.
The coffee, it's what you are putting in.
Because most people can't do black, or they can't do a little bit. Some people do the bulletproof coffee with the MCT oil and the coconut oil, and that's good stuff. But yeah, as long as we're not having coffee, 3-4 times a day, and we're not addicted to it or feel like we need it.
Or if you're not getting your huge Starbucks chai latte grande whatever.
With
that's because people don't say they'll say my coffee and they mean that.
Yeah.
They're not talking just like a cup of black coffee with a little bit of cream.
I think that's what it boils down to is that, yes, take out all the other stuff, the sugars, the creams, the artificial, the additives, but you can have a black cup of coffee, that's great. But if you do find yourself dependent upon it for that energy or for that jumpstart, well then there's something else going on that you should probably take a look at, right?
Yeah, and if you do black coffee, there's really good scientific research on how good coffee is actually for you.
Right.
So drinking a black cup of coffee, increases CNS with the brain. So your brain is more liquidated, so your neurons fire faster, you wake up a little bit better, you get less brain fog throughout the day. It also helps with fighting off diabetes, which is really good, especially if you're more prone to getting diabetes. There's a lot of research on that with coffee. But again, going with even if it's black, having 5 cups or a whole pot a day, then we're going a little excessive on how much coffee we're actually intaking now. That can be more harmful than beneficial.
Right.
I've also heard, I haven't researched it, and I'm not a doctor, but I have heard from a very reputable source, Rob Wolf, that drinking black coffee early in the morning will help you mobilize your fat cells so you can burn them easily. So, something to think about.
I switched to black coffee from coffee with heavy cream.
Coffee.
It was hard at first, but now I've gotten used to it. And I drink. What's interesting is I drink less coffee now because
you actually appreciate it.
And you can
the flavor.
Taste the flavor.
You don't just slam it.
Yeah, it took me about a week of black coffee.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I forced myself to drink it, and I was like, okay, I'm just doing it, and then a week later, that's all I can do now. Can't do any cream or anything in it.
And there's a ton of people that'll be like, coffee's terrible. It's just one of those topics
there's other great
you're
the
gonna
matcha, the green tea. I think there's one.
Green tea's great.
It's
Tea's
great, and it is there's a green tea, a matcha just came out from Trader Joe's, a powder, single serving. Oh, I tried that for a week. It's
same kind of buzz.
Different, cleaner. It felt cleaner, but it was definitely not. I wasn't as jittery. But I felt the same caffeine high.
It's probably less acidic too.
Exactly, right? So it was nice. It was nice to try it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's different. Obviously, it's not all coffee. It can be in the forms of tea and stuff like that. So
sure,
definitely
cool. All right, guys. Thank you
Sweet.
very much for your time
Thanks
today.
for
We'll do
watching,
this
guys.
again. This is the first
Hope you
one,
learned
and
something.
hopefully, if you're on, spread the word, get it out there, let people rewatch this, and we'll do this again in another 2 weeks.
Drink water.
Get it.
Stay healthy.
Cheers.